Willie Lynch, when he was hired in 1712, he said, "Gentlemen, I sit at the bank of the James River, named after our glorious and illustrious King James, whose version of the Bible we cherish." You didn't hear what he just said. This is a slave maker saying that King James was his glorious and illustrious king, and he loved his translation of the Bible. Something to think about. He said to them that he has noticed the hanging of people, the stench of a slave, and you are losing valuable property and messing up your economics. He said, "I have in my bag a foolproof method by which you can use for the control of your slaves. It has worked for me on my modest plantation in the West Indies, and I'm sure it will work for you. Any one of you can do it. Your overseers can do it. Even your children can run the program." Y'all all right? He said, "I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I make them bigger than what they really are." Y'all hear me? He said, "And if you will implement my method for 1 year, I guarantee you the slaves will become self-perpetuating, self-refueling for 300 years, maybe 1,000. He said, "I put the young against the old and the old against the young. The male against the female, female against the male. The light against the dark, dark against the light. Short against tall, tall against short. One on a small plantation against the one on the big plantation." Didn't he say it? "I'll put the one with coarse hair against the one with fine hair." Is that right? He outlined 11 differences. Y'all all right? To prove that it was effective, we still suffer from the same stuff right now. Light is against dark because we still say you're pretty cute to be so black. Male got to be against female, female got to be against male because 75% of all of our marriages are ending up in divorce. Small plantation against a big plantation. If you got what's called a good job and somebody working fast food, you think that you're better than that brother and sister. You out there at General Motors, Ford, Chrysler, thinking that you really got a good job. Ain't no good job. The only good job is the job that you provide for your own self, working in accord with your own vision. That's the only good job in this world. All praise is due to Allah. Notice that they call General Motors, Ford, Chrysler. We call them good jobs, but they call them plants. Plantation. Plant is an abbreviation for plantation. So just because you're a Negro working at General Motors don't make you no better than the Negro working at the Burger King drive-thru. But that's what Willie Lynch imposed on us. 11 different divisions. He said it would produce 300 years of perpetual disunity among us. 1712 plus 300 is 2012. We're still in the first 300. Well, if 11 divisions will produce 300 years of perpetual disunity, that means that each division has a time factor of putting Negroes on remote control. Bluetooth technology, wireless Negro. Did you hear me? A push button Negro. That means that they actually don't have to be there to get you to do what they want you to do. They can be in the satellite, send a signal. And by Bluetooth, wireless technology, and remote control, they can make Negroes do what they want them to do. Each division produces approximately 27 years, 3 months, and 7 days of disunity or remote control Negro. So if 11 produces 300, all it takes is for there to be 36 new labels that we adopt as a people, that we consider ourselves to produce 1,000 years of perpetual disunity. Are y'all still with me? So now we done gone from just being short and tall, light and dark, male and female. Now we Baptist and Pentecostal. Now we Sunni and we Shiite. Now we Hebrew Israelite, now we Jews. Now we Crips, now we Bloods. Now we Vice Lords. No, now we traveling Vice Lords. Now we insane Vice Lords. Now we civilized Vice Lords. Now we BGD, now we GD, now we just BD. We cuz, we blood. We east side, we west side. We from the Black Firefighters Union. We the black lawyers, we the black medical, so forth. And we've got so many new labels that we take more pride in than what Allah gave us from the womb of our mother. Because I'm going to tell you something, whether you're a firefighter, whether you're a police officer, whether you think you're safe in the white man's army, whether you are a Christian or a Muslim or a Jew, when the white man make a move on the black community, he don't care whether you read the Quran or the Bible, you a Negro in his ass, and he going to deal with us all the same. All praise is due to Allah. Well, if the white man is going to attack us as one, then we are obligated to defend ourselves as one people. And then after we defend ourselves against our open enemy, we can go into private closed doors and work out ideologies and philosophies and belief systems and persuasion. But right now, all hands need to be on deck. Black people are dying from AIDS, dying from suicide, dying from homicide, dying from crack cocaine, dying from heroin, dying from gang violence. The hell with your label and your title. We got to come together and fight like hell against our open enemy. All praise is due to Allah. And Muslims, we got to be the example of that. Standing together as a solid wall, ranged in ranks, defending that which we love and that which we believe. And we got to grow and mature to our belief in Allah, His messenger, and the minister, and even learn how to believe in ourselves. Because if we only believe in Allah and the messenger and the minister and don't believe in ourselves and our community, what you gonna do whenever they not on the scene? Physically like we used to. No, but we on the scene still. And we should see Farrakhan in every sister. Farrakhan in every brother. We should see the messenger in every brother and every sister. We should see Master Farad Muhammad walking inside of all of us. And when we see each other like that, and we listen to the same music with our brother in the car that we would listen to if Master Farad Muhammad was riding with us. When we shake our brother's hand, we shake our brother's hand with the same respect that we would shake Master Farad Muhammad's hand with. Whenever our sister's in trouble, our brother's in trouble, we rush to their aid like God is in trouble. Then at that point, we were standing together as a solid wall, not disunited, able to defend off our enemy. But if we don't stand together in unity and bond ourselves like we should, the enemy's working on us right now, nation. The Holy Quran says we're going to stand as a solid wall. Is that right? Well, what makes a wall? A wall is made up of individual bricks that are bound together by mortar on all its sides that holds each brick together to form one solid wall. And that wall's job is to protect something more valuable than itself. Is that right? Well, if we are believers to be ranged together in ranks as a solid wall, then we are bricks, individual bricks. But we are bound together by mortar. What is our mortar? Everything in creation has an adhesive that keeps it together. Don't it? When you want to put metal together, you got to solder it. When you want to put wood together, there's glue specially for wood. There's a special adhesive made for the rubber that takes in consideration the nature of everything. Well, word is bond. Bond is another word for adhesive. Mortar. So our word is our adhesive. And if we tell the truth to one another, and we bear witness to the truth that came from God, then by us bearing witness to God's truth and make sure we tell our truth, then we are providing the proper mortar between each brick that will make us stand together as a solid wall, because the enemy desires us.